Menu narration option is set to off.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC Wildcard matchup between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Patriots.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd and 11 now. Newton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
Man, that's Edelman. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 23 yards on the play. And the former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
James White's first carry. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
8-yard pickup.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt.
41-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ingram. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? He needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Newton to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Marlon Mack
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 2, Newton eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 50, Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3. How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Ravens 20, Patriots.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier,
Calais Campbell on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
For the Patriots.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, hey. Mike 48. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
For the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, Newton. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton to the right side, and he's got Edelman. Newton's give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
29-yard line.
Play action. It's Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Complete to
D.D. Westbrook, 29 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Newton on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On on second down. It's White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. D.D. Westbrook. 78 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Jackson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jackson sacked.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a handoff for Dobbins. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 6 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And a Patriot first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Off play action, Newton. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down, New England.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light. If the green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 22, Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability that Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
For Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He completes it right side to White. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They fake the give. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stepping up, he's going to keep it, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.